Where your treasure is, there will your heart be also. God has given us unlimited treasures in His Word. Every time we open it, we can discover a new treasure or admire an old one. What will we find today? Here's Carla Early with Treasure Hunt in the Word.
Not long ago, I listened to one side of a conversation between a Christian woman who had been wronged by a company and a representative of that company on the telephone. Just listening to that woman ream this man out, I got to thinking there has to be a more Christ-like way to work out our differences. A few days later, a friend of mine asked me to pray for her as she spoke with a young man who had made a huge mistake putting in tile on her daughter's house. She wanted to handle it in a Christ-like way. The next day, I got a text from her saying the man had accepted the Lord as a result of their conversation. Now, she had every right to go in, angrily demanding her way, insisting he was wrong and she was right. But instead, she sought the Lord's wisdom, and eternity was changed for this man, and probably his family too. And she didn't even mention what his plan was to fix the tile problem, but I'm sure that'll work out too. When I got that text from her, I was in the middle of listening to a sermon on James 3. Starting in verse 2, James says, "For we all stumble in many things. If anyone does not stumble in word, he is a perfect man, able also to bridle the whole body. Indeed, we put bits in horses' mouths that they may obey us, and we turn their whole body." My daughter just graduated from college with a degree in zoo animal technology. As part of her senior project, she had to train an animal. She chose a Galapagos tortoise. Now, this is important because these fellows are huge. You can't make them do anything, but you can train them to do certain things that will help a vet to check them out, like teaching them to stand still with their neck stretched out, or to pick up their foot and put it in your hand. Just like she trained her tortoise, we need to train our mouth and our heart to stop and pray instead of reacting negatively. Verse 4 continues, "Look also at ships. Although they are so large and are driven by fierce winds, they are turned by a very small rudder wherever the pilot desires." That still reminds me of that giant tortoise. It would go anywhere or do anything she wanted if she offered it a piece of zucchini. Verse 5 continues, "Even so, the tongue is a little member and boasts of great things. See how great a forest a little fire kindles? And the tongue is a fire." We've seen some majorly devastating fires this year, out west, in Canada, and even in Hawaii. Fire can completely destroy, as can our words. They can really hurt. And once we say something, we can't take it back. But fire can also warm people, and it can cook food, which is incredibly helpful. But that's when fire is under control. So our words can encourage others, show them God's love and care, and nourish their spirit if the words coming out of our mouth are controlled by the Lord. We all need help in this area, I think. I know I do. As James 3:8 says, no man can tame the tongue, but we can train it and ask God for help controlling it. In what areas do you need help in controlling your tongue? What are you going to do about it?
You can contact us at treasurehuntintheword@gmail.com. We'd love to hear the treasures God has given you through His Word. You can listen to other episodes at our website, which you can find in the description below. Thanks for listening, and remember, where your treasure is, there will your heart be also.